in the on the browser, and I will just give you some information about the WebUI, the roles, the permission, the user management, the configuration, the page management, and on the dictionary management. So, just to start, the first page that it will be shown on the WebUI, it of course will be the login. The first login when the WebUI, the SDM DB is deployed is this that you can find here. So EAT administrator, and the first password will be password. After the insertion of this password, it will be possible to modify it, of course, and you can change it with whatever you want. Usually, always the standard EAT password that we use always. So, what we find after the login? The Smile80 WebUI homepage is a 3D perspective view of the warehouse, and from this view, it's possible to make these actions. So we have the home page on the left side. So on the sidebar, we have the home page, the menu buttons, the active alarms button that will open a new sidebar with the alarms active in this moment, and it gives us a sneak peek on the active alarm, and it's possible to go on the active alarm page to see what is happening in the warehouse. After that, we have the languages that with that icon, it's possible to change. Obviously, with the dictionary that we have inserted in the WebUI, that we have in the WebUI. And then there is the user preference icon that will permit us to do the logout, change some preferences, and change password. After that, we have a layout toolbar. This layout toolbar permits us to move, to navigate inside the WebUI layout. So we have, first of all, the 3D perspective view. Then we have a 2D orthographic view. Then there are these three icons that can permits us to filter handling units, then location, and finally equipment. This camera icon will permit us to take a layout snapshot, so take a photo of what we see on the WebUI. Then there are these other two buttons that will show the active mission and the transport request on the layout. Then we have other three information about traffic map, reflectors, and toggle location that will show us all the information about location graphically. Then we will see it. And finally, we got a legend that will make us know every color in the layout. What does it mean? Just to make you know all the possible sidebar that we have. This is a 2D orthographic view, and in this type of view, we have another toolbar that we call a navigation toolbar, and it permits us to go back to the 3D perspective view, also stay in our view, and then we can go inside the frame and Smart Store. We will see after how it works. Maybe I think that we can go now. Yeah, I finished with the overview. So you can go on this server on this link, and you can navigate to with me in the WebUI. So the login is the same that Francesco shown before. So training, and then this training with the uppercase T 23 and oh, the exclamation point. I don't remember how it's called. So you can go log in. You can log in, and the layout will be shown. So what we can do now? The warehouse is of course stopped, so no LGV it's moving. To use the navigation, just need to click on the left button to move the view, and the right button to move the to move the camera on every side, on every side, yeah, of the warehouse. So what we can do? It's possible to, through the zoom in and zoom out, have a sneak peek of the locations that we see here. Yeah, this is a location. You see, okay, here we can click on it. We can have just some information about it, just the more important. So then the units count, if position are available, and then disable storage or retrieval. Then we can go in details. Here, there are other information like the item informations, and if we have some ending units inside, we can see them here in this table. Okay, if I have another example to show, so we can go here. This color means that the location is full, so we can see here the available position are 0, and then we can scroll the handling units inside. If I click on one of it, one of it or more, they will be highlighted in the layout. And also, what can I do? I can click on the position. This column is the position of the location, and for every position, I can do some actions. And also, if I click on a position, automatically the ending units inside it will be highlighted in the table. So the normal action that we can do on the position are the change storage and change storage I don't know, behavior. So disable unblock the position, of course with nodes. Do the same with retrieval and clear positions. Okay, we can do the same things for the whole location from here in the action section in the sidebar. Every sidebar has a link that will open directly the page, filtering the location that we are seeing in the layout. So in this case, we will see that okay, we have the static location and position page, and here we can see that the locations are already filtered with the location that I selected before. We can see here from the filter icon that will open at the sidebar. So we can see here the filter that was applied. So now can we go back? and maybe I show you can we do the same thing on the handling unit. We have here the handling unit tooltip, and it contains the usable information about the handling unit. Then we can see also the additional information about the handling unit. So also the details. If the handling unit has more details, this drop-down menu, I don't know how to call it, will be a list. So we can scroll this list in the sidebar to have a clear information situation. Okay, so for the ending units, the only thing that we can do is destroy it. But okay, if you want, I can do it. Of course, for destroy, disable, clear, and so on, we need to insert the nodes. After some seconds, okay, we see that has been clear, this ending unit. So, so we can do the same with the LGV. So I can select an LGV. I have the main information, but in details we can have other information about it. So we have this. In this case, we have three section that is unavailable now because they not have some lines, some rows, so is not selectable. Then we have other information. These are the bit of the LGV manager, for example. Then we have other information that you can search and know about it. So the action for the LGV are these. It should be the same as the smart. So you can go here and make some action. The same thing will happen here. So we have the link to the LGV page, and we can go there to know more about the LGV that we have selected. For LGV exists also a camera follow mode. What does it mean? If the LGV is executing a mission, the camera will move with the LGV. In this case, I don't know if this is not prepared, but if Francesco can enable the simulation, maybe I will show you the movement of LGV. Okay. After that, we can I can show you the, other section, other icon. Okay, we can see here. Okay. So maybe this. Okay. Okay. So just to make you know what could happen. Then what we have a 2D 2D view that will show the view as with footprints. So we can have a more detailed situation of the locations. And in this case, we can select the location too, but not positions. What can we do here? We can go back to the 3D perspective, but we can go also in the crane visualization. So we can select a crane. In this case, we have two crane, the SC and the CR. And we go inside with a footprint or a side print. The footprint is the same view that can we see here. A side print is a view from the side of the crane. So we first go to footprint. We will see an internal view of the crane. In this case, the crane isn't moving, so it is here, stopped. But in case of moving, we will see, of course, that he go forward and backward. In this case, we can select, for example, a location, but in case of cranes, we have more levels. So what can we do? In this situation, we select always the location that is on the first floor, but we can go here and select other location that we can find on this position, on this coordinate, and so we can scroll and select other locations. For the side print view, we have this. This will also move, so we can go on crane carrier tooltip and make some action on it. And we can select also here the locations. Okay, this master, and we do the same thing, but only on the master. So and the master, sorry, on the only the footprints. On the master, we can go inside every floor using the same movement that we have in the layout, in the simple layout. So we can go back and see the other floors. So what can I show you now? So we can have here this. So I can filter inside the 2D and 3D view the handling units. So I can, for example, show only the finished good, and we see here that I filter on the footprints only the stock unit that match these filters, and other filters, of course. But to go faster, I will show you then the other button that we have here. We can select the single location. So if I go here, it will bring me to the location that I select. Of course, we can filter the location. So I can select it and I can go there. Okay. Good. Okay. I can do the same for the equipments. So I can go on LGV1, for example, and it brings me there. I can select, I think, more than one, and in this case, I can see them on the layout, and its mission is highlighted, so that I can find it more easily, and I can know much better where it is going. No, so other things, the layout snapshot we have here. It's possible to change the camera or zoom and then take a pic.
Sorry, I have a question. Can you like the same selected like for the location, like inbound, outbound conveyors and other stuff, or only like in the old GUI, only the position?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Can you select, for example, like conveyor, I don't know, inbound or outbound to, show you where is it exactly?
No, inbound location. I think that it's not possible to select, but you should know where they are situated, and they can be also selected and used. We have a sidebar for them, but we can't highlight them. There is no possibility at the moment, because they come from surely they come from for LGB manager. So here the list is from SDMDB. Just information.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So the layout snapshot at the moment doesn't work, so I can go ahead. Okay, we can see here the active missions. We just check if we click on the mission, it will be highlighted. Then we should have also the transport request, but I don't know why they are not showed here. Okay. Okay, I will search after the next days, maybe on this problem. So I go on. So we have also a traffic map that we show as where the LGV has been more time. We can filter it. We can filter the date range. So maybe I can put here from, so we can have just the few missions that we saw here. Okay, so we have that the traffic has been situated only here, and we can change also the legend. So maybe if we want, we can put lower value here. Sorry, can make it here. Okay, and this will change on the value that we want. Okay, so I can put here. Sorry, I can make it here, and I can change also the color of course. So it's just a view to get some information about the traffic. We can have it also in a 2D view, and we have a legend here too. So I go back. Okay. Go behind. I have to go here. Okay, no. Okay. Then we have reflector areas. So it's just an information about the reflectors, where they works and where they are situated. We can make it also in 3D view. Okay, and okay, we have divided the warehouse on the reflector areas. Then what is possible to do is the toggle location, that we will show all the clearance of the locations and their information. So it's more easy to click on it, to click on them and select them. Okay, just another thing on the layout 3D. If we block, disable allocation, sorry, not allocation. Yeah, for the location happen the same, but I will show you with a position. So if a position is disabled, it will be clear for the user, because okay, no, yeah, this is a staging lane, sorry. So it will not happen here. Okay. In this case, we will see clearly that there is a position there disabled or blocked or something else. In this case, the clearance of this location, there is a block storage, is 10 meters, so it's more clear than other locations that there is a position blocked. For the storage location, you will see just a color on the base of the location. But if I toggle the location, I will see more clearly that we have a disabled location here. Okay, I think that I finished with the overview on the layout. So tell me if there are some questions.
I got one question. Is it possible to block more than one location at the same time? For example, in the same block?
So for do this, it can't be done from the layout, but we have a page. So you have to go in menu. There is the static location with position page. We can select here more than one location, maybe filtering them with some filters, and then we can or select one each time. I don't know how to say it, or select all, and we can then disable, disable, or enable.
But you can filter the location from using, for example, looking the aisle, the zone.
Yeah. Sure. We with the container information. I think that okay. In this case, we don't have a combo box for the zone and aisle. Okay, but it's possible to do it, and maybe in the in your first configuration of a page, in this case, edit of a page, you can add a filter on this sidebar. It's possible for you to do it, and you can add a combo box that will permit you to filter the aisle, the zone, and other things. We can think about just to filter the crane in this case. So we add just the name of the cranes and the smart store that we have, but it's possible to do it for zones AI, surely.
But actually, sorry, it's not standard. I have to
it's
create.
Not standard, yeah.
Okay, create okay. Thank you.
Okay, sorry for the long the answer too long. Okay, other questions?
I have a question. Is it possible to move back to the previous tab? Just easily, like, yeah, not going through the menu, but just move back.
So go to layout.
Let's say yes.
Okay, to layout there is the home page. The home page is the real layout button. So we will go back here. But if you are talking about return where I was, what I clicked before, no, at the moment there is no possibility to do this.
Okay, I see. Thanks.
Okay. There are no questions. I go on. So now let's talk about the menu. The menu, it's possible to open it from the sidebar. We have in the menu these standard default sections that will contain the default page. Okay. The most important section of this of the menu is of course the settings, because from there we can make some changes from on the menu, the roles, the permission, the users, and the page and the dictionary. I can't show you for problem of for time problems all the pages, because it may be late, I think. So I suggest you to take a sneak peek then on this WebUI page, no, and on this link. So I go on and I will talk about the settings. Settings section as this information, these pages. The most important at the moment, because I'm talking about the menu, is the menu editor. In this page, we can modify the menu that we see here. We see here the menu on, of the administrator role. But every role that we will see later can have a different menu. So it's possible to edit a menu editor, show some pages and hide some other, and obviously add some new pages that you will create. We will see after the menu editor, because we will create a page. So I can skip on, and I will talk to you about permissions, roles, and users. So we have a role permission configuration page where it's possible to add or remove actions, or maybe it's better to call them claims. These add, these remove, it's possible are possible only on custom permission, so not on default permission. This is the page, the permission management page. It shows all the permission, of course, the default permission that we have here with the default permission are assigned by a column that is default, and this is green when it is default. And what can we do from this page? There are some button on the top of the table. All the buttons that we can find on the top of a table are called global action, because they can be done or not selecting nothing from the table, like add, because add is not connected with any of these records, or selecting one row of the table. In this case, the global action is called bulk action. So remember this: global action are situated on the top. Then we can have some inline action that we can open. We can access to them clicking here on this icon of three points. And what will happen when we click on it. For the default permission, we have just the duplicate action. It permits to duplicate the content of that permission, and we can in this mode use and customize that permission. So for the not default permission, so custom permission, we can of course edit, delete, and duplicate them. To edit a not default permission, we have to click on this arrow icon. It will open a list, think like a list. We can insert some action that are basically the API that we have created in the Bff project and also in the Bff platform. And we can select or a single API, like only the get, only the post, or maybe all the controller. And with this action, we will add that permission to that claims those claims to this permission. So at the end of the new permission management, I will have some controller, some single API that can a new user could use. No, okay. So we can go on permission management just to make you know how it works. This is the menu of an administrator. So it has all the permission needed to see and use all the action. So I go to permissions. We can see all the permission here. We can go also on see what is contained inside of a permission, and also if a page controller is selected, so an entire page controller per claim is inserted, we can also see what's inside. No, so in this case we have a page view. What does it mean? It means that the only permission, the only claims connected to this permission are the get that will permit us to see the contents of these tables in this case. Okay. So what can we do? It's to add a new permission. Okay, this page is not paginate, so we will have all the permission in a page. So we go. Sorry, we can edit it. We can edit it, but I won't do this. I want add some claims. So I go edit claims, and for example, we can add the claims created by my colleague Francesco. No. Maybe we can give the permission only for loaded receiving. So I create this and I go back. Then I have to confirm the add. As you can see here, we have already the permission created from the decorator that Francesco showed before. But in this case, I will just show you simple permission creation. So basically these things for the permission, if you use the decorator, are not really required, but it's right to make you know how to do it. Now we can jump on roles. Of course, we have the roles icon, and the roles icon, the roles page, roles management page is it's quite similar to the management permission page. And what we see here, we have the 5 default roles. The A80 administrator is the first user, is the first role that is deployed in the security database. So we will have that the first user will use this role. Other default users are administrator, supervisor, operator, and viewer. You can see their permission going inside and give a look on the permission. But basically, the viewer can only view the tables. The operator can make some action. The supervisor can make other action, more action than an operator, and administrator more action than a supervisor. Basically, also the A80 administrator is has the same power. Let me say that power of administrator. But if we create a user that use an administrator role, we can delete it. Then we must have at least one administrator user. Okay, what will happen here? The same thing on the A80 administrator. It's not possible to make any on this role. It's not possible to make any action. But for other default roles, we can duplicate them. And for the not default roles, we can add it, duplicate, or delete it, or delete them. Okay, for the not default role, we have to do the same things like the permission, but in this case, we have to add some permission to the role. I really suggest you to not create alone a role. Because why? Because there are some permission that we would not consider, like the layout page, the layout permission, the menu permission. Maybe we want only to give an access to just a page, no? But some other permission are required to go to the page, no? So I suggest you to at least do a duplicate of a viewer role, and then modify that new role, adding some permission. This is just a suggestion, but because it can be it can cause some problems. Okay, maybe I will show you also this. Maybe faster. Sorry, I click. Okay, so we can add here a new role. Sorry, I will show you how to duplicate, because the creation we have seen before. So I go with duplicates. Surely I don't want this name, so viewer copy. So I go to, I don't know, visitor. Also, I don't know. So we can have a new role for this group of person. I don't know. So in this case, we have all the views view permissions, but we can add a new permission. In this case, we can give the permission to manage all the load data receiving actions. So we can add the load receiving advanced management and the load receiving management. We can go to confirm. Okay, we have created our role. So now what we have to do is to create a new user. So we have to go in user configuration page. It's also here the same thing. What we can do here, we can add a new user from the global action here. Some information are required, obviously. So we have to select one or more roles. One or more. Why one or more? Because we can have an administrator that has all the roles available. Because maybe we want to see if the menu is correct for all the roles that are present in the DB. No. So we can select from here more roles. Then we have an authentication provider. Maybe this I can show you from the WebUI. It's more clear. Okay. Okay. So I can select here more than a user, as I say to you. So for the new user, I will select this. So we have two authentication provider. We can have an internal and a LDAP. Internal, with the internal authentication provider, we have to insert a new username of first name, last name, if you want email or a phone number, and a password. So we create a new user from zero. No, if we use an LDAP, we use our A80 authentication provider. No, so I can add here my username of the email, put here other information, and I will log in with my credential, with my real credential, and it is possible. So we can add. I go back to the slides. What can we do? If I have a user with a LDAP authentication provider with set local login, I can change it to internal. Of course, with this change, it's necessary to change the password, because it can maybe it has not been applied, defined before. Okay, set domain login, do the same things, but from internal to LDAP. Okay, then we have the inline action that are the delete the user. In this case, how I say to you, E80 administrator cannot be deleted, and we cannot do anything on it. But if we have an administrator with administrator role, we cannot delete, since we have until we have another administrator. So I think just this. Okay. Maybe we can stop here, and if there are some questions, I can just answer, because then I will pass to the pages and the dictionary, so we can have just a little break.
I have a question. So if we
Yeah.
have LDAP, is it necessary to create a user in our system?
Yes. You have to define it. Just wait a second. Yeah, because in the DB it does not exist. I have to give the access, and I have to connect the role that I want to I don't know. I have to connect the role to the user, no? So it must be defined before. So if I assign to me a role, I can use only that role, no? It is necessary, no? Maybe I will show you after how it works. Maybe we can take just 2 or 3 minutes to show you how viewer, user, or my user see the WebUI. Okay. There are some questions. Some other questions on the permission, role, user. Okay. I can go on page. Okay. There is dictionary before. Okay. What we have here? Dictionary. We can go on this page to edit one or more dictionary. What it's possible to do in this page? In this page, we can make all the action for all the languages that we have, all the dictionaries. In this moment, we have only the English and Italian dictionary in the WebUI. So we can add a new dictionary. We can delete a dictionary. We can edit one. We can download or import a dictionary. Importing a dictionary means that we want to override what is inside the dictionary, that we see. Okay. Then download it. It means that we can take it on our computer and just as a backup. Okay. So now can we go to the edit of a dictionary? Oh, I put a number on the every action. Just to make you know, this is a bulk action delete. This is a delete bulk action, and this is an inline action. Sorry. So what we can do here in the edit translation page? Sorry. Edit translation page. We see all the namespaces used in the client. So for each of them, for each namespace, we see the keys, and after the keys, we see the translations. The most of the namespaces are exactly the API that we use in the WebUI. So, for example, if I go, no, at the moment there is not. I think okay. The new API that Francesca's created, there is no. There isn't yet.
You have
because
to refresh without cache.
Okay. Maybe I show you them later. So we will have the most of the namespace that is equal to the controller and then the API name of the API that we have. another thing that is that with every edit of a translation, we have to save the translation. It is not automatic. And I think the most important namespace is the error namespace that contains all the key concerning the exception returned by the BFF. For example, Francesco before shown us the result code and the message error with the P0. There is a placeholder. If you can see here, we have the same keys. Okay, like for example, this is connected to the edit item API. We have the result code 008. And we can translate this error with a no skews. Or another example, we have the API, sorry, not the API, but the key deleting custom blocking reason that has a result code 547. And we just added here a translation and the between two braces, we have the P0. That is the name of placeholder contained in the message that the BFF will return us. In the placeholders, I suggest you to insert only the only words or information that has no need to be translated, like an item name, I don't know, names, quantities, numbers, and so on, because they have to be translated then. But don't worry, you will not translate all the words contained in the models of the APIs. Then I will show you how. Okay. Finally, we can go to page management. The page management, it works like some other pages, but we have other action here. What we have? We have the configuration of a new page that will start from this global action at page, the configuration of an existing page through the inline action edit, the duplicate also and a delete, and then what we can do, we can import a page. Just a note, if we import a page that already exists, we will overwrite it. But of course, the WebUI will ask us if we want to do it. No. Then we can select one or more pages to export them. It will create just a file for all the pages that we export. So we will have just the pages are written in a JSON. So we just have will have a list of JSONs. Okay, so I show you here the buttons again. Okay, for the overview, we finished here. I suggest you for every thing that I didn't explain in a good way to go here on this guide. Okay, just a moment. Okay, here we have all the information about create, edit, or other thing about the things about page, role, permission, and so on. These are the guides, and there are most of it are like videos, and so it could be easier to understand what to do. Okay. I think that we finished for this first first package of slides, and I want to know. I want to know if there are some questions. If not, I can go on the configuration of a page. I hope to be fast because we have just 40 minutes, but I will try. Okay, I think there are no questions. So I go again here. I go to pages. Now, if you want to do the same with me, it's possible. We have just to give a different name from for each of us. Just to make you know, we have the active alarm. Sorry, I forgot before, and we have the information about the LGV that was in alarm, and we can jump to we can jump to the page of active alarm. Sorry, I forgot to make you know. Also this, we can change the languages, and for the user preference, as I say before, we can select the role that we are using in this moment. Okay, then we have the edit profile, just the information, edit password, and logout. Okay. So now I will open this slide package. I didn't insert it so much info because it's more I don't know, practical than theoretical. So I will go to show you with my screen. Okay. So what we want to use the API that Francesco has created before. The available action that we want to create will be an add button on the receiving. There is a global action, a delete bulk action that is it also a global action. It is also a global action. Then we have an inline action that will delete the receiving, and then we have these three other actions that we have not considered before. So we want that when we select a load aid on the upper table, we have to filter the table above on the bottom. And also we want to filter the load aid table, and we want to filter also the load aid receiving table. So the first things that the page creation needs, of course, the click on the add page. Then we need the page setup. So we need to title, description, and a namespace. You see here and the unit page just because it's an old image. Okay. So for each of us, we can insert the load aid receiving page, then underscore or other symbols, our surname. So we can try all together. So we go there. I go to add page, title, load aid page, Bruno. This is just a description, so we can make it equal. So, okay. Okay, namespace must be different for us too. So I go next. The next this page. What does it mean? it means that we can select the layout of the page. It's possible to insert just a fixed section layout, two section layout, then 3, and maybe these are not used now, but you have just a default vertical layout that will, I think, if I remember good, exactly, it will not paginate the results, and horizontal layout and so on. But I suggest you to use just these 3 layout. Of course, we can add more tables on the same section. So we can have 2 tables on the top and 3 tables, 4 tables on the bottom. Here can happen the same. So we can have more tables in each section. So in our example, we will have loaded on top and loaded receiving on bottom. So we can go on with the fixed 2 section layout. Okay, this is the page of configuration. Here we have to insert the components inside the tables. How to do it? The first thing to do is to copy, to drag and drop the page title component. This is a component, so we drag and drop the title component on the header, and we will see here that it's possible to make 2 actions: delete the component, and it's not usable in this case, and edit the component. For the title component, the only thing that we can do is to add some translation. Okay, maybe it's a bit strange because here, okay, every word, every key of the components will be automatically translated, will be processed, but not translated in a real term. But they will be only processed. No, so we will not have some underscores or other symbols. Okay, and in this case, it's not needed to save translations because it does it automatically. So we can go on. We have 2 sections. We drag and drop the 2 tables, and we will have here the 2 tables that we have to configure. So to configure a table, we have here 3 buttons. For the moment, we have not configured the table, so we have just these 2 buttons available. Then we will see this. So we go here, we insert the component name. In this case, we have loaded on the top, so loaded. We select the API that we have created, so we go on loaded controller, and we select this. Then it will be possible to select these 4 buttons voices. So enable poller. The poller simply will call the API every time that we can choose. So every 5 seconds, every 10, and so on. Enable export will permit us to export the result that we see in the table. The enable unfiltered API will permit us to call the API without filtering, and then we see why there is this option. Faster, because the the second table, we don't want to see results in the second table if we don't select a value, a record, a row in the table on the top. So in this case, for the main table, we select this. In the other table, we don't select it. Then we can enable a default filter. For example, if we have these are the properties of this API. So maybe we want to have a filter, a default filter. For example, we want to see only the active load dates. So we can put here true, but we can make we can use other operators, but most of the time we use equal. So I want to use this too. Then we can choose the paginator if we want to use we want to see 10 records, 25 records, and so on. Finally, we have this group. The group are used to grouping the components that are connected each other. Then we will see what is this. So I put loaded. Okay. Then we can go on data events. On data events, we will define the global actions and the inline action. In this case, for the loaded, we have no requirement for global action and inline action because we want just to view to see what is inside the table. So we can go on and we go in the section data setup. In data setup, we can select the properties that we want to show in the table. For example, we maybe don't want to show the id loaded class, but we want to show only the class name. So we can order the properties in the order that we want, and maybe hide some other properties. There are the possibility to select the field visualization. So we have tooltip dot, that is this tooltip dot, so a color, a point, maybe a dot with some values. So in case of bit properties, we know that they can have true or false. So we select also a color for them, but it's automatically done for the new properties. So maybe we want to show everything, but not the last update user and so on. So we can go on, maybe the name after the description, the class name after the description. We can go on. Data detailed. Data detailed is a section that is shown in the pages when I select a row. There is that arrow icon that will permit us to show more details than what we see in the table, in the primary, in the main properties of the table. So we can add some cards. So for example, I add record info, and we can put all the information about the record, so strictly connected to the database. Here, general info. And for example, information about the load aid in this case. So length, width, and so on. To go faster, I will put only these, but everything is possible. So properties can be connected only to a card. We have also the other type of card. We can select an image from a variable. So we can, for example, if we have in the database image variable, we can select it to be shown. But we also have a library, so we can add for image manager. In this case, we don't have Minio server enabled, so there is an error. But it's possible to add some image. But we can insert some code. For example, in the historical message page, we can add the code card type to add the entire message to be read. It's possible to select XML or JSON code languages. There are also a graph, and it will be taken from the values in the properties, but at the moment we don't have the property to show this. So if it's clear, I can go on. So just to make you know, the advanced sorting, we have a default sorting that is chosen in the data setup section. We can of course select the ascending or ascending sorting, but it's possible also to insert advanced sorting. In this case, we can add an advanced sort. In this is used, for example, to use an other kind of sorting, because in the main table, it's possible to sort only on one column. So we have to configure the other possibilities. So, for example, we want to first use insert datetime, and then in order by, or maybe contrary. So we have in order of the ascending name and ascending insert datetime. So we can configure it and we can use it then. Sorry, okay. What we have now? We have these. We go in actions. In action, we have these four default action. These default action are reorder, reorder columns, hide columns, advanced sorting, and filter. At this moment, in the first configuration of the table, there is no need to edit these, and I think it's never needed to configure this sidebar from here. We just have to know that in action section there are always these four sidebar. So now we can jump on translations, and as I said before, all the translation will be created automatically. So we go in save translation, and we go back. Okay, this table is configured, but how you can see, this button is available now. What does it? It generates automatically the components of the four sidebar, the four default sidebar. So if I click here in this section, so we have a little sidebar here. We can go in sidebar, and we will see the four sidebar that I said before. The only sidebar to edit is the filter sidebar. Okay. To edit the sidebar, it's similar to the other components. So we go here. Okay, there's nothing to do here. We go in data setup, and then we can add some property to be that we want to filter. No, we have the name. Maybe we can have the class name, the length, the width, and so on. Just to go faster, I just select this, and we select the type of the select. No, so in this case, length, we know that is a number, so we can select a text input that will of course, can be a string or another thing. To make a require to require a number, we can select a select operator number. So we go here and we see that there is the possibility to select the operator. We can do it for the other dimensions. Okay, it's possible to do it also for the text, but the operator will change on text. So we will have start with, ends with, or maybe contains and other things. But the most important field type is select and select autocomplete. With select, we create a drop-down menu, and we have to select the API that will permit us to filter. In this case, we have a load dates combo box. So we select a load dates combo box, and then in the filter sidebar, we will see in the possibilities all the values returned by this API. Is also possible to make a thing like this. So make a select from custom. So I can add manually the label and values that will be passed to the filter. Okay, just to make you know. The other option is select autocomplete. That is similar to the name, to the select, the simple select, but it's there is the possibility to start to insert some words. Maybe if I know there is a load date that it's named euro, I can start to type and it will show other possibility, so euro in this case. So I think that it's okay for the moment. Maybe for the date time, sorry. We have date time, so is an exact date time, or that it's possible to be used more. Date time range that can permit to choose an start date time and end date time. I go back, and what now? Now we will create the other table. Sorry if I go faster now because there is not much time. So receivings. I select the load date. Oh, sorry. Oops. I have to do the thing that. Oops. The thing that I wrong. Ok, vediamo. Perfetto. So I go on. I maybe here I deselect unfiltered API and I deselect default filter because I don't need it. Here I will create a new group, so receiving. In data events we have, okay, I have to talk about this. We have two global action. We have add and delete bulks. So I go with plus and I will write add and delete bulk. Okay, we can change also the icon. We can make plus here and trash here, for example. And this icon, what does it mean? It means that the action will be always shown. The difference between a always shown icon and an always not always shown icon is that this is a bulk action, so it will be shown as clickable, as usable only after the selection, while this must be usable always. So this is the difference, and the add. We need to use the add also if we don't select a row. While we have inline action, the delete, and this icon. What does it mean? It means that we can add some rules on the action. For example, what can we do? We can use this action only for those receivings, for example, that have a quantity higher than 1, for example. But this is just an example. So if a total quantity is, we can test it later. So I put 100. So this action will be available only if the total quantity is higher than 100. Okay, I can go on. Maybe I can skip this. Okay, we have just loaded. Loaded is, it's in this case it's not usable because we have to select the table, the main table. So it's clear the loaded name from the top table, the main table. Sorry. And we finally get, I can skip the data details, advanced sorting 2, and here there is the fundamental part, because I have created the data events. So we have these 3 buttons. In the actions, we have to map these 3 events to some actions. So we add 3 actions here. We can call it add. Okay. In the event name, we select what trigger this action. There are page init, that is the page initialization. So we can make an action at the page initialization, after the sidebar opening, after the sidebars opening, the default sidebar openings, after the paginator update. So when we go on the page result, when we change the sorting, then there are the select. From these to the first are the default event name. Okay, the select is the selection of a row. Okay, then we have the custom events. The custom events are those that we insert in data events. So for the add action name, we select the event add. Okay, action type. What can we do? This is what can we do? Okay, we can open a sidebar, open a modal, change the route, and make an API request. So open a sidebar will open a sidebar that is has been configured. Open a modal is it's similar to a sidebar, but it's smaller. It's smaller, and then we have change route. Change route will permit us to filter a table, another table, jump to another page, and other things like this. Finally, API request. API request is the I click on a button and it makes an API request. This, but in the default pages, you will not find the use of this, because for make an action, we suggest always to create a model, so that we have we can have a message, some like, are you sure? No. Okay. For the moment, we didn't create a sidebar, a modal, or other things, but we just configure this action here. So we're going to delete bulk. The event will be the delete bulk, action none, delete single, quindi a single event, inline action, sorry. Okay, we can just add some things here. Okay, we have when we add a receiving, we want to open a sidebar because we want to insert many data. Okay, so we will have to create a sidebar. Then when we have to delete a bulk, so a selection of a row or a single row, we just have to open a modal that will show a message where it will be wrote, are you sure to delete these receivings? Okay, so we stop here on the configuration of this table and we go back. Okay, we didn't create the translations for this. If okay, this has been created automatically. Okay, I go back. Then we want to create one sidebar and two modals to make it. Sorry, I can create also the default sidebar for this table. As you can see here, we have created this default sidebar. To add a new sidebar, we go on add. We create an add receiving sidebar, and then we select it. Here, there is a possibility to insert some components. In our case, we have to drag and drop the component sidebar. And then we will go to modify this. To this, we will give a name. So add receiving. We will select an API. So select, loaded receiving. We can select add loaded, and we select the receiving because this sidebar owns to the table receiving. So we go in data setup. We can put all the information that we want to insert, of course, and we can use here some select too. So if for loaded name, for example, I can use again the select fields. Okay, I go here and I will use the load dates combo box. Okay, in this case, also every field will be of type text, but this no. Okay, so we can make input number input. Then we can add some validation on the fields. So for the name, for example, this is a required field. So we can put required, and we also can add some other validation. There are only 3 validations, so I can expect that you use only 3 validation. So description maybe is not required. Load date name is required. Total quantity, maybe it must be minimum 0. Received quantity equal. We can have also a max quantity. And finally, we can have total weight minimum 0. Okay. Maybe these are all always required, so we can put here required too. Okay. Okay, required. Perfect. Actions. In actions, in this case, we don't have too much things to do. but because we have to just select from the arrow icon here what will happen when we execute the API. So in case of success, we will close the sidebar and reload all the data in both tables. While in case of failure, we will do nothing. Finally, we go to translation. In this case, translation 2 will be automatically generated. Maybe I forgot some. Okay. Okay, now that we have the sidebar and just a sidebar, okay, we have just a sidebar, we can find it here. So add receiving, and here there is the possibility to map some information, okay, but this is useful for bulk operation or inline operation. I will show you in few minutes. So for add, so when the global action is shown before, shown always, there is no need to insert something here. So I can go back, and now I will create a to delete modal. So I go here, I create delete bulk. Okay, I create the single delete. And then I will select one, go to components, and drag and drop here the components. So then I will select the second, and I will do the same. So modal form. Okay, models. I will configure the delete API, so delete single. Quindi, sorry. Okay, load you have to click here to open the sidebar. So the receiving delete, single delete, perfect. So receiving, that's a setup. So when we have to delete a single value, we need notes. Okay, so we add a validation here required. While the ID, I don't want to insert it manually. It has to be catched by the selection or the inline action. So I will deselect this. I will go on, and here the action are always the same. So I will reload, and nothing for the failure. I will go translation to the translation. In case of the modals, there are something to do. So the title will be will not be translated. Will not have a good translation. We have to insert some information. So delete loaded receiving. And here, maybe, are you sure to delete this loaded receiving? So save translation. Then models, we can do the same thing for delete bulk. So delete bulk component. Bulk receiving data setup. The same thing here. We don't need IDS to be inserted manually. In case of success, we have to close, reload, and also this is not mandatory to insert this because it's known on default. Go here, we make the same thing here. Sorry. Okay, we go back on the table configuration, we have to, for delete bulk, select the modal delete bulk. Now, what we have to do? Remember that we didn't insert it manually the IDS. So what can we do? We can select from where it have to pick the information. So we will select event, and then we'll select the IDS ID. In this way, the model will pick the information from the selected row. We will do the same on the delete. So we go to delete, we select event, and then ID. Okay, I think that we have finished for every action. We miss just an action that is the selection of from the top table and filtering on the bottom table. So we go here, we go on actions, and we add a new action on the main table. Remember this, the main table. So we add an action select. The event will be a selection. The action type will be a change route. The change route will permit us to select a page where to jump in some cases, and we will select the loaded receiving that we have to find. It's not in order, so it can be hard. Maybe it's this, or I don't find it. Quality status. Not possible. It's the first time. Okay, maybe it's this, but with a name. Okay, then we can open it in a new tab, new tab, or in our case, it's in the same page, so we don't want to open a new tab, and then we want to apply some filters on that page. What does it mean? We can select a component. So no, it's not this. Mannaggia. So maybe I have to do this. I have to publish the page. I go with maybe a refresh. It's late, guys, I know, but oops, it's happened. I think that before, when I deleted the cache, I broke something. Yes, I think that is it, because the page, until we click on publish, is saved in the cache. So I think that it will not work now. Yes. There's an error. See. Okay. No, is yeah. Okay, let's see. Confirm. Maybe it will work now. No, there's something wrong with something. I don't know, but to generate again something. It's a bit strange. The page. Oh, okay. Yeah. The change route has not been configured, so it some errors. Let's see. I don't know how to say this will not work. Okay, we try. So I try this. Okay, now it works. So if I don't add that action, I cannot select. So I will try another one last time. So select, change route, select page, loaded receiving. There was a long name, so it, oh, perfect. Finally, we get it. So we will select a receiving component. We can select more, just one of all the components. So we can go on receiving, and we will filter the results on the loaded ID. So we select the ID loaded on destination and the source variable. So the table from where we want to select the ID. I confirm the filters, go back, publish again, and then show page. After that, we will have the situation, and we almost finish. So if I select euro, you can now see that euro 1 is has been shown, and then GMA also the same. We can see them for others that doesn't have the values. It will certainly show nothing. So we go to add. We can select a name, test receiving, description, test, loaded name. So we can select here. This is the select, the normal select. In other cases, I can start to insert the data, and the drop-down menu will be shown. and I select from there the value. So in this case, I can select, no, I don't know, palette, simple palette. I select, I put 101, 1, and total weight 100. Okay. So I go to select palette, and I will see the new element. Total quantity is 101, so I can see the delete inline action. If I add another value, I go palette total 12 1 1. The inline action is not possible to be used. Okay. In this case, what we have? Delete bulk is selectable only after a selecting a row. So I go delete bulk, I can put some notes, and it will be deleted. The same things will happen on the inline action. So I go here, delete, and go on delete. Okay. A possible edit. What is happened? Okay, maybe the API doesn't work. Okay, no, it works. Sorry. The edit sidebar. We don't have time to make you show you. I don't have time to show you it, but it works like a delete, no? Because we have already the ID. So is always an inline action because it has to be possible only after I select an element. And the mapping has to be done with ID passed automatically and non manually inserted. After this, okay, the dictionary. Okay, we have already translated all for the main tables. I think that we have. Okay, this is the all just the detail info. Okay, that I configured before. Okay, the last things that I want to show you, it's the creation. For example, the error. Okay, so I go to insert another receiving with maybe the same name. So I go with I don't know. Okay. On the first time that we have an error, it will be shown as we see here, because the translation of that error must be inserted manually. The errors are the only things that we have to insert manually. Okay, we have we see the error. We can select here. So I go here, I select this, and then, or we go on the storage procedure to see which one is the error, the real error message, or there is a trick that is to retry the call to the API. It will show the result, and we have here the result debugging message. So we can see here which one is the message, the error message. So we have to insert there with the key that we saw before this message. So I can take track of this. So this is this, and we can see also the placeholders. The name of the placeholder is important. Is more important. Then loaded, I take the message, I go down, and then I will jump to the dictionary. I go in edit. I will select error. I go down. Allora, a new key can be inserted by clicking here. I go here and I select, I go with this. Okay, then we have the message. The message is this, but I know that string test is a placeholder. So what I have to do? Here, I have to put the placeholder name. So P0 between two brackets, two braces. So I go with confirm. I save the translations, and I will try again the same message. So string test one. Okay. Submit. Okay, now I will see the message correctly. Of course, this thing is it has to be done for each dictionary. So when we get a new key and a new message connected to that key, we have to add it here in error and also in other dictionaries. So I have to go in dictionary Italian and I will make the same thing, but with the translation in Italian. Okay. Maybe it's a bit late. I don't know. I think there is not too much time. I asked to Enrico if what to do. If
I think that for today is enough. I don't know if somebody want to continue, but I propose to stop here. If you have any question about this part, you can reply your question. Otherwise, I propose to finish. Maybe tomorrow we can schedule just 30 minutes to conclude this module.
Yeah, I just wanted to show the difference between users, but I think that they can, if they figure it out all, they can test it alone. I don't know what to say. Just to log out, maybe create a user with the LDAP and make a login to test what I said. So the username is the yours, and then the password is the yours of your EAT credential. Then you can create a user with a viewer permission roles, sorry, and you can see that a user with all the permission can see also all the action, while a viewer can see only the tables, and he cannot make some actions. Just this. If there are no questions, I finished.
Just a small one about the result code that return from an action. So we have to pay attention because the value of the result code link to a translation, correct?
Yeah, exactly. We have used this method in SDM. If the error is returned directly by the API, the storage procedure called by the API, we have a simple number like 1, 2, 3, and so on. While if the error is returned by another stored procedure inside this, we add outside a big value like 100 or 1000 and so on. In this case, we can I don't know, keep trace of every result code and avoid some result code, some equals result code. The first thing is the key. Inside BFF that Francesco shown before. So then after the key, so the key is strictly connected with a stored procedure. Then after the key is important the result code. So we have to give a result code for each type of problem, each single problem that we can have. Okay, I think that it's all.
I think.
Okay, if you have some question, you can ask us for in the next days. Okay. So.
Thank you, Martino. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye bye.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.